pasture. This is where they built our new State House. It was finished in 1798. In the original building is the brick portion that we see on the left with the Corinthian columns. The dome was originally wood, later covered in copper, and then gold leaf. Over on our right, we see the Robert Gould Shaw Memorial, the memorial to the Massachusetts 54th Volunteer Regiment, the first all-black regiment to fight for the North in the Civil War. If you've ever seen the movie Glory with Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick, that movie was about the Massachusetts 54th Regiment. Now you can take a tour of the State House Monday through Friday during normal business hours. This entrance here on the left only used on very, very special occasions, like when the president or the head of another country comes to visit, or when the governor leaves office at the end of his term, he'll come out this door. If you wanted to go on the tour, though, you would go in on the next entrance up here on the left, the Hooker entrance, named after General Hooker. It's beautiful inside there. It's a free tour, well worth it. This is Bowden Street, the neighborhood where John F. Kennedy maintained his legal residence for his entire political career. From 1946 till the day he died, he had a 2-bedroom apartment here on the 3rd floor of this building on our right, 122 Bowden Street. That was the actual address on his license. This is the north slope of Beacon Hill, where the help and the servants lived. And on our left is the Church of St. John the Evangelist, where Reverend Lyman Beecher spoke up against slavery. This neighborhood at one time was the 2nd largest community of free blacks in America. Massachusetts was the first state to abolish slavery. Over on our right, that corner is where the laboratory of Alexander Graham Bell once stood. Now he was working on an invention to try to help deaf people when he accidentally invented the telephone. Another great accident here in Boston. The telephone got to be maybe even more popular than the chocolate chip cookie. He wasn't all that thrilled about it because he was married to a deaf woman and deaf people could not use the phone. His assistant Watson, though, loved it. He thought it was the greatest thing ever. He wanted to call everybody, but of course nobody else had a phone yet. This building on our right is well, it was in a movie in Boston. This building played the state police headquarters in the movie The Departed. Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon were seen going up and down these stairs to our right, going to and from work at the state police headquarters. There was a local boy in that movie from the Dorchester neighborhood, Mark Wahlberg. He's called Marky Mark. He doesn't like that anymore. And this area that we're driving on now used to be a pond. This was the mill pond where Benjamin Franklin used to go swimming as a young boy. It would fill up with water at high tide and then drain out again at low tide. They put a little water wheel here. The water wheel would turn with the tidal currents, and it powered a chocolate factory. Anybody like chocolate? Okay, for you too. We had the first chocolate factory in America, Baker's Chocolate. Brand new apartments being built right next to Boston's TD Garden. That's the garden right there. You could cut a little hole in the wall and look right inside the garden. See every game. On our right, we see the Leonard P. Zenko Bunker Hill Bridge. It's the widest cable-stayed bridge in America. It's 10 lanes wide. It's considered to be the crown jewel of Boston's Big project. That's what we call it. It's the largest public works project in American history. Over on our right, we see some skateboarders in their natural habitat. Now in the 1960s, there was an elevated highway that cut right through the city like a knife. A steel bridge 30 feet in the air. Interstate 93 ran over it. Designed to handle 75,000 cars a day. Designed to be a shortcut through the city. Unfortunately, 200,000 cars started showing up. It just became one constant, horrendous traffic jam. And under the bridge was a vacant, shadowy area where nobody wanted to go. They came up with this new plan. Take a big tunnel under the city. Put the highway down there. That's what they did, the Big Dig project. The 2.5-mile long tunnel under the city, Thomas P. O'Neill Jr. tunnel. They dug another tunnel under the harbor over to Logan Airport, the Ted Williams tunnel. They tore down the ugly bridge, and in its place they put a beautiful 30-acre park, the Rose Kennedy Greenway. And then they built dozens of other beautiful new parks all around the city. And changed the face of Boston forever, for the better. It's a beautiful city with lots of open green space. And you can walk almost anywhere in Boston from downtown. It's very centralized.
I know, I saw it.
The walking city, they call it. One of the new parks they built right across the river to our right. You can see the North Point Park. They made that park by taking the dirt they were digging out from under the city for the tunnels and dumping it in the river here, eventually making this big park that juts out into the city. I love this park, one of my favorite parks, because you know what, it's off the beaten path. It's never very crowded. Over here with my teenage daughters, my grandkids. I've got an older daughter. She has two boys, 2.5 years old, twins. We meet at the Museum of Science. I've got a couple teenage girls, 13 and 14. And we take my grandsons over there to the park.